ಕಾರ್ಯಪಾಲಿಸುವುದೇ ಮಗೆ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಫಲದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಂಭದಿ ಭಜಿಸುವೆ ನಿನ್ನನು ವಿದ್ಯಾರಂಭದಿ ಭಜಿಸುವೆ ನಿನ್ನನು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪಾಲಿಸುವುದೇ ಮಗೆ ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪಾಲಿಸುವುದೇ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಫಲದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ ವಿನಾಯಕ ನೀ ಫಲದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ ವಿನಾಯಕ ನೀ ಫಲದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಫಲದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಫಲದಾಯಕ ನೀನೇ ವಿನಾಯಕ. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahitya. Now I invite Dr. Mahesh R.S., Assistant Professor and Head of Department BA LLB, KLE Law College, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good afternoon to all. As aptly said by Paul J. Meyer, what you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass. The 3 days National Moot Court Competition is an example of one such activity. Esteemed dignitaries present on and off the dais, and the dignitaries joined to virtual platform, enthusiastic participants, my dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students. Indeed, I deem it a privilege to extend a welcome for this august gathering. First of all, I'd like to extend my hearty welcome to the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Mr. Justice Pradeep Singh Yeru, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. Welcome, sir. I request Mr. Madhusudan G, Assistant Professor, to offer a sapling to the chief guest as a token of respect and a green initiative. I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to guest of honor today's function, Honorable Mr. Justice Ramchandra D. Huddar, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. Welcome, sir. I request Mr. Ashwin Menon, Assistant Professor, to offer a sapling to the guest of honor as a token of respect. I am delighted to extend my hearty welcome to another guest of honor and a seasoned scholar of Legal Academia, Professor Dr. T.R. Subramania, Dean, School of Legal Studies, CMR University, Bangalore. Welcome, sir. I request Mr. Tanmay J. Patil, Assistant Professor, to offer a sapling to the guest of honor. I take this opportunity to welcome our esteemed co-host, Mr. Preetham Surana, Head Academic Initiatives, Surana and Surana International Attorneys, Chennai, who joined us virtually. Welcome, sir. I also welcome the president of today's function, our beloved principal, Dr. J. Malkarjunia, sir. Welcome, sir. I request Ms. Arushi, student, 4th year BLLB, to present a sapling to the president of the function. I deem it a pleasure to welcome the participants, their mentors from 44 different esteemed institutions who participated across India for this competition on a virtual mode. Welcome you all. I extend a warm welcome to my dear colleagues, the members of Moot Court Committee, student conveners, and all the students who joined this valedictory program, either physically or virtually. A hearty welcome to you all for this valedictory ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The success of this event has transpired through several days and nights of hard work by the organizing committee. And to assist us in having a glance of all of that, I invite Ms. Manasvi Kumar, Student Convener of Moot Court Committee, to walk us through the report of the event.
Mooting affords participants the opportunity to decipher substantive legal problems whilst giving them an insight into the practical and theoretical aspects of law, which cannot be tutored in the confines of a classroom. With this objective in mind, the 5th Surana and Kaili Law College National Constitutional Law Moot Court Competition was organized between 10th and 12th February 2023 at the Kaili Law College, Bengaluru. The Moot Court Committee, in its ambitious endeavor to include all the 1,600 law colleges in the country, started its preparation in November 2022. The drafting committee, headed by Mr. Ayush Jha, spearheaded the completion of the proposition around the themes of doctrines of interpretation of Schedule 7 of the Constitution and the gambling laws of India. Once the moot proposition was finalized, the Moot Court Committee, along with the help of volunteers, started the preparation for the event in an invigorated manner. All the committee members put in their heart and soul in order to make the competition a successful one. The path to the same was laced with all sorts of setbacks and difficulties, but working late into the wee hours of the morning had its own satisfaction and brought to the members an abundance of experience and insight into organizing a large-scale event such as this. We witnessed the participation of a whopping 44 total teams from the best law colleges across the country, and the committee prepped for the same with utmost efficiency. The inauguration ceremony for the event was held on the 10th of February 2023. It began with invoking the blessings of Almighty, followed by the welcome address by our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Manoj Kumar B. Hiremat. He introduced the chief guest, Professor C. Basavaraju, Vice Chancellor, Karnataka State Law University, Hubballi, and the guest of honor, Mr. P. N. Rajeshwara, Advocate, High Court of Karnataka. All the participating teams were introduced by Ms. Vaishnavi, member of the Moot Court Committee. Mr. Preetham Surana, head of academic initiatives at Surana International Attorneys, delivered the prefatory note, welcoming the participants to the competition. The chief guest, Professor C. Basavaraju, Vice Chancellor KSLU Hubballi, delivered the inaugural address while highlighting the objectives of legal profession and the lawyer's responsibility to society. Following the inaugural address, the guest of honor, Mr. P. N. Rajeshwara, advocate at the Karnataka High Court, drew attention to all the skills that a lawyer should develop. Our principal, Dr. J. M. Mallikarjunaya, highlighted the fierceness of the competition and encouraged the participants to perform their absolute best. After a brief orientation session and the draw of lots, the preliminary rounds commenced in full swing, with the contestants locking horns with their respective opponents, exhibiting their grit and professionalism in order to secure a spot in the octa-final rounds. It began as a group of 44 teams on the 10th of February, which further condensed to 16 at the beginning of the 11th. Thereafter, 8 teams made it to the quarterfinal rounds, and by the end of Saturday, 4 teams were fighting tooth and nail to secure the 2 coveted spots of the final round. On 12th February, the fierce final round of the competition was held in a hybrid mode. The finalists display immense wit and valor while delivering their submissions, which made it an exemplary legal battle to witness. A diverse panel of judges, which included academic scholars, practitioners, researchers, High Court and Supreme Court advocates, and judges, were invited to judge the proceedings of the competition. They remarked about the exceptional performance of all the participants, which made it a strenuous task for them in ultimately determining the winning teams for each respective round. Today marks the end of the 5th Surana and Kaili Law College National Constitutional Law Moot Court Competition. And with immense pride, I would like to once again acknowledge the Herculean efforts of the Moot Court Committee members, the faculty coordinators, and of course, the participants in bringing this competition to its successful fruition. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manasvi. We are absolutely delighted to have 2 sitting judges of the High Court of Karnataka and the current Dean of School of Legal Studies, CMR University, for the final rounds of the valedictory ceremony as guest of honor. To introduce and welcome our guest, I would now like to invite Ms. Rashmi R., Assistant Professor, Kaili Law College, upon the stage.
Thank you, Diksha. I, Rashmi R., Assistant Professor of Kaili Law College, Bengaluru, take this opportunity to introduce the Chief Guest and the Guest of Honor to this historic event. Honorable Mr. Justice Pradeep Singh Evyur, born on 21st June 1970. His Lordships obtained BA degree from St. Joseph's College, Bengaluru, LLB from Hamanur Law College, Bengaluru, MA from University of Mysore. His Lordships enrolled as an advocate on 30th May 1997. joined the Office of Senior Counsel, Srimati Pramila Nesargi, and was also the Senior Central Government Counsel at the High Court of Karnataka, Bengaluru. His lordship practiced in the field of constitutional law, labor law, company law, intellectual property laws, penal laws, banking law, negotiable instrument laws, property law, consumer protection laws, service law, house rent laws, family laws, land acquisition, economic offence laws, education laws before the High Court of Karnataka, Punjab and Haryana High Court and Supreme Court of India. His lordship is also practiced in the matters of Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, major ports, ISRO, HMT, and several other organizations and institutions. His lordship was also a legal consultant to several multinational companies like power companies, IT, telecom, trust, and societies. His lordship is elevated as additional judge of the High Court of Karnataka on 11th November 2019 and permanent judge on 8th September 2021. His lordship is also a sports person. Played cricket for Surrey Railway team, played hockey at club levels and captained the team. Sir is also a badminton and table tennis player. With these brief introduction, I present the chief guest of this historic event, Honorable Mr. Justice Pradeep Singh Yarrior, Judge, High Court of Karnataka, to this August gathering. Honorable Mr. Justice Ramachandra Dattatreya Hudar. His lordships, born in Mutnal village in Belgavi district, Justice H.T. Hudar started a study of law from Gailey Society's B.V. Bellad Law College, Belagavi, and obtained a law degree from R.L. Law College, Belagavi. He began practicing as an advocate from 1988 and was elevated as district judge. His lordship served as Registrar Administration and Additional Registrar General, Registrar Infrastructure of the High Court of Karnataka. In 2019, he was posted as Special Court Judge exclusively to deal with criminal cases related to elected, former and sitting MPs and MLAs. In 2021, his lordship was posted as Director of Karnataka Judicial Academy and since September 2022 was Principal City Civil and Sessions Judge in Bengaluru and thereafter elevated as Judge of High Court of Karnataka on 24 January 2023. With these brief introduction, I present the guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Ramachandra Dattatreya Hudar, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. Professor Dr. P.R. Subramanian, a distinguished teacher, administrator, and a mentor. He obtained his LLB degree from Karnataka University, Dharwad, and later his LLM from University of Mysore. Professor Subramania has obtained MPhil and PhD degree in international law from the School of International Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Professor Subramania has a valuable amount of experience in the field of law and has been a visiting professor of law to the finest institutions in the country. His interests include international law, environmental law, trade law, and personal laws. At international level, Professor Subramania has served as legal advisor to the Kingdom of Bahrain for over 7 years. Sir has authored 2 books in law and published over 50 articles in national and international journals. He was honored with the Vijayavani National Education Leadership Award in September 2015 for the outstanding contribution in the field of education. Dr. Rajkumar State Award in 2009 for the services rendered in the field of education by Dr. Rajkumar International Foundation, Bengaluru. With these brief introduction, I present the guest of honor, Professor Dr. T.R. Subramania, Dean School of Legal Studies, CMR University, and this August gathering. I take this opportunity to introduce Mr. Preetham Surana, Head Admin, Dispute Resolution Practice, Advocate in Head, Academic Initiatives, and our esteemed co-host of 5th edition of Surana and Surana National Constitutional Law Moot Court Competition organized in February 2023. Sir has held senior positions at the firm in corporate advisory services and has had technology initiatives. Sir has done BCom Honors LLB and a diploma in IT from NIT. Sir has a tremendous decades-long experience in industry exposure, 10 years in legal services and consulting and 22 years in manufacturing and trading. Operations Director of a chemical manufacturing unit, Chief Operating Officer in Garment Export House for Made-Ups, a Korean joint venture, domestic and cross-border commodity trading. Sir's area of specializations includes negotiation, mediation, financial advisory, investment and estate plan, infrastructure financing, strategy, project execution management, and technology implementation. Project studies, HR management, supply chain management, license, operation audits. With these brief introduction, I present Mr. Preetham Surana, Advocate and Academic Heads Initiatives, Surana and Surana International Attorney, to this August gathering by virtual mode.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my privilege to request our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Pradeep Singh Yerur, to share his words of wisdom.
Honorable Justice Ramchandra D. Muddar, my brother, colleague at the judiciary, distinguished academician Dr. T.R. Subramania, Dean, School of Legal Studies, CMR University, Bengaluru, the Principal Dr. J.M. Mallikarjunaya, highly qualified and a fantastic gentleman in the field of education. Mr. Preetham Surana, Head Academic Initiative Surana and Surana International Attorneys, Chennai. The management, staff, students of the KLE Law College, Surana and KLE Law College, Bengaluru, ladies and gentlemen, and the staff of the college. It is indeed a privilege to be a part of this wonderful event. When Mr. Dr. Mallikarjunaya came to invite me along with Madam Rashmi, I eagerly, willingly accepted the invitation without the second thought, because I wanted to be a part of this event where the young, bright minds of the country are here. Well, I don't know if all of you feel bored to listen to this phrase of young minds of the future, because as a student, I used to feel bored to listen to this. But again, I must say that you'll realize this when you grow up again later after some time. So I accepted the invitation, and I'm thankful to him for having invited me to also be amongst my brother, Mr. Huddar, who has an immense experience in judiciary. And so also Mr. Dr. T.R. Subramania, I have interacted with him very briefly. I think I'm honored to be sharing the dais with him and sharing the knowledge. He has immense and vast knowledge in India and across the globe, and he can, of course, inspire most of you guys to achieve something in life. Well, coming to this aspect of moot court competitions, I must share with you that during our days when we did law, or I did law, I must also Mr. Honorable Justice Huddar, we did not have the system of moot court competitions. So we did not know how we stand, how we argue, and who are the competitors, how well they are equipped, and things like this, until we landed up in the court one day and realized the guy who was sitting in the last bench was doing better than the guy who was attending the class, So the backbenchers need not be worried about it. So you will do much better. Not that the French benches would not do. So at the outset, I must congratulate the management, the staff of the KLE College for organizing this wonderful event. I am told 44 teams participated, and I congratulate all the 44 teams for having participated in this wonderful event. And it's not the question of winning or losing. It is in the intent of participation and gaining experience in this field of law, as it is said by his former President of India, His Excellency Abdul Kalam, that winners are not those who never fail, but those who never quit. So, according to me, with great respect, there are no losers, according to me. Everybody is a winner. And I personally believe that nobody is better than the other. It is only opportunities which you get, and the marks that which you score makes you a little progressively better in marks than the other person. So once you feel and understand this aspect of scoring pattern, which India has adopted from the British crown, then I don't think anybody would feel that you're lower in rank of scoring than the other person. So what is going to determine your future is, of course, in the level of your graduation, maybe the marks to get into a better college and, graduate with a CV of holding a degree from such a college. But eventually in life, it's totally different, my dear friends. I must tell you that life has got separate different things for each one of you. Each one of you is destined to do certain things, and your destiny has brought you here to do this course of law. Of course, your teachers and academicians are so very proficient. I have met and interacted with the very well, highly educated principal who's got a lot of intellectual background and the academic thought process and also the vision for the students, youngsters like you. So in life, when you go forward, it's going to be how you're going to deal with it. At that stage, your marks may not going to matter much. What is going to matter are your integrity, your outlook towards life, your humanity, approach of humanity, humanness, your way of attitude towards the society, your patriotism to the state, to the country, and how you are having the prowess to deal with situations. Because I'm stressing this point to the students here for the simple reason that I've been reading in the newspaper and in social media, some of the students get dejected and do certain things which is very uncalled for, including ending their lives. I must share it very bluntly because you should understand that failure is not just, failure in life. It is maybe you fail in a subject, you don't fail in your life. Please understand this aspect. Second thing is, your parents have brought you up, your friends are there, relatives are there. Merely because you fail in a subject, fail in a class, fail in a year is not going to determine your life and your way of functioning and your ability to perform and give back to the system or to your parents. So don't take life easily. Even we as judges think twice when we have to convict a criminal, whether to put him to death sentence. Even the Supreme Court, you must have also read. So before we convict and put him to death, we think twice. We think not only think twice, we think 10 times whether is he deserving death penalty. Though sitting in a division bench, I am a part of the bench which pronounced the death penalty, one of the criminals, and I think Umesh or something, his name was Umesh Reddy. He was a very serial killer and a rapist. So that judgment passed by the division bench where I was a member has been now, I think his death is now commuted by the Supreme Court. So thereby what happens is, the reason why I mentioned this is, please consider life easy. Don't take it too seriously. Seriously in the sense not to end it in such a manner that the others, of course, are going to be put into a lot of difficulty. So like I said, all of you are sitting here by your destiny. The destiny, when I mean destiny, is that you're already destined to be here to do this course of law and to go forward in the field of law. Of course, my other friends in the dais and my friend across on the online would also agree with me that the field of law, according to me, now in the present generation is one of the finest profession. And all of you would know that, and you should know now, the profession of medicine, the profession of engineering, the banker, or any other profession, if you take, are going to deal with their own profession. A doctor would not deal in engineering, an engineer would not deal in medicine, an engineer or a doctor will not deal in accountancy or banking law or any other profession. But whereas you guys, as a lawyer, if you start practicing, or when you deal in corporate law or any other law for that matter, would have to be considering and dealing in all these professions. When I say all these professions, if you get into a practice of law, and if you have to defend your client who has got his right leg amputated by mistake of a doctor, instead of amputating the left leg, then you'll have to deal with. If an alprazolam tablet of 5 mg is administered to a patient of 85 years and he dies on the bed, whether it was right administering 5 mg, which is the lowest as a sedative, would it require how much amount of time for you to read through the medical field of that subject, of the contraindications of that medicine, whether it should have been administered or not? So you'll be dealing in field of medicine, you'll be dealing in field of engineering, so also banking and other professions. So you are the only profession which is going to be dealing in all other professions, and nobody else deals with law, and everybody will have to come to you. So I think all of you are gifted, so am I, to be in this field. So be proud and be passionate about it. So when you are dealing in law or any other profession, according to me, you have to be passionate in dealing with the profession. Only then you will enjoy it. So then don't take it as a burden. Of course, one thing will be lingering in the mind of all the students sitting here, which was also in my mind while I was sitting there, is how remunerative it is. Well, during our days, it was zero. But your times are very nice and very flourishing and very cozy. You have information technology which has come into play. Now the seniors have started paying the juniors pretty well. Unlike us, we were not paid. So you're in a great place. So, and of course, the diverse field of law that has emerged and emanated in the society, the law is now in the fist of your hand, including doing research or in getting into the field of medicine. Of course, we have a wonderful academician sitting here who has traveled across the globe and come back here. He will deal with it more in detail. I would like to quote the famous, the framer of the Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who has said, cultivation of mind should be the ultimate aim of human existence. So while you cultivate and develop your mind, you grow it in such a manner that you make useful yourself to the society. Like I said earlier, as a law student or a student of law, you are going to be the foundation of not only the field of law, but to the entire foundation to the nation. As you know, even our parliamentarians, most of them are law students or law graduates. So you are going to shape up the nation because you are going to raise your voice, be it whether you're in the judiciary or a lawyer or even otherwise doing NGO work, to the rights and wrongs, because others do not know what is fundamental rights or a statutory right. So if there is a lawyer in the street, definitely the entire street is going to come to you to say that my garbage is not being picked up, though I'm paying money. My water is not coming, I'm a taxpayer. So thereby, you are having immense knowledge to influence the mind of the entire street because of the knowledge you have. That when you can do that, then you influence the mind of the entire nation. The powers of a word is very powerful. A single word can empower the nation. So thereby, what the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also said is, law and order are medicines of body politic, and when the body politic gets rich, medicine must be administered. I would also like to quote one more for your reference, that men are mortal and so are ideas. An idea needs propagation as much as a plant needs watering. Otherwise, both will wither and die. So you have to keep reading, and it is this field of law as a lawyer is a continuous process of reading. In no other field that you keep on reading, and law is keep on changing. Did anybody encounter a situation that India is going to get into a situation of transgender and recognition of a live-in partner in this Indian society and system of our heritage and culture? No. But what happens with law? As the society changes and develops, the law also changes and develops, and we have to be in sync with the system and the growth of those people. So thereby, all of you have a big role to play. So you please take your subjects and study seriously. And another request which I would like to make is, most of you would be interested in getting into probably corporate law, I assume. I may be wrong if I'm saying it so, because that's what we are seeing in the field of judiciary, that not many of them are coming in the courts to practice law. The very purpose of introduction of the National Law School was to see that we have the wonderful set of lawyers coming in the court and arguing for the benefit of the public and for the society. But unfortunately, we hardly find, maybe my minuscule percentage of people getting out from the law school coming to the corridors of justice to render justice to the public. So this pattern has to change. It is not that it is not very lucrative or not remunerative, but now it's very highly remunerative. And this is not only in India, it's across the world. If you go to any country, Western country, Dr. Subramania will vouch for it, and of course he can throw some light on it. So therefore, it's a very lucrative profession. It is very paying and very satisfying, according to me, as I have practiced for 23 years. I can vouch for it and say it so, to encourage the youngsters who are sitting here. But nevertheless, you still have a long way to go to pass out and come to the courts of justice or go into different fields of law. Without boring you much, I would add one quote from former President, His Excellency APJ Abdul Kalam. He once said, that is, he said this not while he was studying, but when he became the president or maybe even prior. He said, sometimes it's better to bunk class and enjoy with friends, because now, when I look back, marks never make me laugh, but memories do. But that doesn't mean I'm asking you to bunk class. But enjoy your college time and days. Make good friends. Live for them, because these are the friends who are going to be vouching for you, and you can depend on them. They are going to be the future, and you are going to be the future. So have fun, enjoy, study well, and practice and do good. Well, I would like to add, I congratulate all the participants for participating in this moot court competitions. And I must admit and say that it was a wonderful experience hearing the finalists in the moot court competition. They were very extraordinarily good, and I appreciate their efforts in doing their homework. So also with others who have participated, not only the finalists. And I'm happy that we are having such excellent students who are making such great hard work and making good presentations. I'm impressed with the two teams, petitioners as well as respondents, and I congratulate your respective colleges for bringing in such wonderful students out of you. Well, I must say that if we have such students in the law, in the courts, we will do great justice to this society and system. So congratulations once again, and God bless all of you and do well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring us. Now, I request our guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Ramachandra D. Huddar, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon to all. Today's chief guest, respected Brother Justice Pradeep Singh Nehru, sir. Respected Professor Dr. Sri K. Subramania, Sri Pritam Surana, President of this Valedictory functions, Dr. J. Malik, President, Principal of this Law College. The participants in the Mud Court competition. As I just said, cherished faculty members of this college. Dear students, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I extend my thanks to Sri Mallikarjuna and Madam Rasmi, having come to my chamber and invited me to this 5th National Constitutional Law Moot Court competition. Thank you, sir, and thank you, madam. Already, Brother Justice has stated, or rather has spoken about the profession which you are going to enter. Legal profession is a noble profession, as you all know. All the advocates are being called as learned advocates. These learned advocates means he is knowing something or he knows everything. This learned word is attached only to the advocates, not to the doctors. Learned doctors, no, we never call. Learned engineers, we never call. So when learned word has been included to the advocates, he must be a successful lawyer, not that the rank holders, rank holders also. It is my experience when I was practicing. These rank holders only concentrate on books and studying, etc., but they will not succeed in the profession. A common sense. Law is nothing but a common sense. Common sense is very much required to a lawyer. He must have knowledge of medicine, he must have knowledge of engineering. You know, so many types of cases are being filed before the court. In a lighter vein, when I was practicing in a taluka place, there is one senior. He used to say that to become a good lawyer, it is like performing a marriage to a mad person. Uttariga madhuve madidre madabeku amadange anta. That he used to tell. That means a person will not be cured of a disease of marriage, madness, unless he is married with a lady, and unless a case comes to a lawyer, he will not become intelligent. That was what he was telling. That is true also, rather, though it is in a lighter vein. To become a good lawyer, at least 14 years is required. Lord Rama went for exile for 14 years like that. To become a good lawyer, at least 14 years is very much required. Because nowadays, now this profession has become too vast. In a city like Bangalore, now rightly stated, now the seniors are paying. When we were practicing, we used to ask the money from our parents, even for bus charge, train charges, etc. Even though we have completed the law degree, they used to bang us. You have become a lawyer, you are still asking. But now the circumstances have been changed and seniors are paying. So the profession is like this. For first year to 5 years, you don't have any work. You have to go to court, pray for time, come back. From 5 years to 10 years, you will get work, no money. After 10 to 15 to 20 years, you will get money as well as work. After 25 years, only money, no work. Now you see in Bangalore city, there are so many senior lawyers are there. They take the fees, enter the work to the junior lawyers. They prefer, they go and present. That's all. So this profession is like this. So at least 14 years exile have to be done by the lawyers to become good lawyers. Hard work is the only substitute for lawyers. As stated, the profession is a very good profession. And this choosing this profession must be by choice, not by accident. If you want to become a lawyer, become a lawyer. Most of the ladies join law college with good this thing enthusiasm. They join the one good lawyer's chamber. After 2 days, they marry and go away. In fact, they are good lawyers, but they will stop practice after marriage. This is what is happening. When you commit yourself to become a lawyer, you have to continue the said profession and see that some service is being done to the society. In olden days, this profession was secondary for the lawyers. It was like a social service to the society in general. So when it is a social service, they used to charge the fees not in cash. Whenever a client comes and gives butter, vegetable, that was sufficient. That means this profession was a secondary profession and they had their own income to have their livelihood. Now it has become a profession to earn money. Now we are finding commercialization in the advocates fields also. If a poor person come and he wanted to have some dispute being resolved, if the advocate without charging or charging minimally, if he conduct the case and win the case on behalf of them, he will bring 10 clients. That is there. My senior used to tell, if you do good to one client, he will bring 10 clients to you. So you should not be after money. Money definitely will come, as I told. So for the lawyers, everyday reading is required. Because of advance of technology, we are finding so many mistakes. Now artificial intelligence come. So it is said, reading is a vehicle of knowledge. Hard work is the only substitute for intelligence. So if you cultivate the habit of reading, I always used to tell to our officers as well as to the lawyers, at least you read one judgment per day. That means the court language will be on your tongue. If you don't read any judgment, you are not having cultivated the habit of court language on your tongue. So right from the first day, I request all of you to read one judgment per day of your choice. Maybe of our High Court, maybe of other High Courts, maybe of Supreme Court, maybe if you have other countries' judgments. So the court language will be on your tongue. That hard work that reading habit must be necessary. And as this profession is a noble profession, it may so happen because in olden days, to get a junior lawyer to a one office, the senior lawyers used to conduct the examination. Now it is not so. By influence, now they take the junior lawyers. I will give one instance. One Munshi, your name is there, no? On the library, Munshi. He's a great lawyer at Calcutta. He had very good reputation. He was a very good lawyer in the West Bengal. Once law graduate went to his office after graduation and requested to admit him to the office as a junior lawyer. That Munshi lawyer asked his clerk to take an examination of this boy. That by seeing that clerk, by seeing that boy, he was a very small this thing. So he gave 2,000 pages file to this boy and asked him to reduce the same and give a small note of that case. That boy sat for half a day, prepared the notes. Whatever was stated in 2,000 pages, he reduced to into only 2 pages. On seeing the said note, the said clerk said that, wow, I have given a 2,000 page note, but you have prepared in 2 pages, you are unfit. This was the say of that clerk. But Munshi was watching. He took that note and read the same. Whatever was stated in 2,000 pages was contained in the 2 pages note. He was very happy to see that 2 pages note. He was none other than Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad, our first president of India. So that hard work is very, very necessary for a lawyer. Unless you put your heart and soul in a judicial functions or in your profession, you will not become the good lawyers. So that is very much required to a lawyer. And when you are entering the profession of a lawyer, you must have to choose at which place I have to practice. Because there are so many options are available to the lawyer. After graduating lawyer, as a lawyer, after graduating law degree, taking law degree, after taking SANAD, etc. So many options are there. Now, immediately after passing LLB, after getting registration, we can appear for the civil judge examination. After 3 years, we can appear for the prosecutor examination. After 7 years, we can appear for the district judge examination. You can become the legal advisor to the companies, law officers. So many options are there. Unless you put heart and soul in the profession, you will not become the good lawyers. So the field is very, very vast. Choice is yours. As rightly stated, you should not become discouraged. You have to put your heart and soul. Merely because Siri is not paying and you're not getting any work, not should be dissatisfied. Work, work, work. So when you want to practice, if you have got financial good background, you can practice in Supreme Court. If you've got lesser financial capacity, you can practice in the High Court, District Court. If you are not so financially sound, you can practice in the Mobile Court. So choice is yours. But now litigants also have become too intelligent. In olden days, in every village or a town, one person used to be there and he used to be the legal concern in that particular village. So every person, every individual used to meet that fellow and he used to take the that person to a lawyer, get commission, etc. Now, to have a good advocate, he searches in Google, who is good lawyer? He was the performance of a lawyer. And after satisfaction only, he comes and hand over the file, hand over the case to the lawyer. So now the litigants also have become too intelligent. When I was working in Udupi, I used to observe every client in Udupi used to have his own file, which is on par with the file which was being maintained by the court. And when his advocates used to start argument, he used to give citation. You submit this citation like that. Such an intelligence we used to find in the litigants. Now the litigants also have become too intelligent. So to become a good lawyer, as rightly stated by my brother, Mrs. Yarur, as I have stated so, please cultivate the habit of reading. Hard work, put your heart and soul in the profession. Definitely will become good lawyers. My brother has put in 23 years of service as a lawyer and has become a judge of the High Court. Mine is on the last 8th of February, I put in 28 years of service in judicial service. So hard work is the only substitute for intelligence, what I said. So please cultivate the habit of reading, put your heart and soul in the profession. Definitely will become good lawyers. We are hardly finding good civil lawyers. We are hardly finding good criminal lawyers. It is our experience. In courts, we are experiencing that. If every lawyer comes, pray for time like that. In the paper, it is being displayed that there are so much of pendants in the courts. Courts are not responsible for that. There are so many other reasons are there. Advocates have to be prepared, they have to come prepared and advance the arguments, and conduct the cases. There are so many reasons are there. Court is not the only reason for adjournment. So if you are punctual, if you put your heart and soul, definitely will become good lawyers. As we are hearing the participants in the moot court competition, as rightly stated by Justice Yerur, both the teams have performed well. If anybody wins, anybody loses, that is not the criteria. Your performance in the competition plays an important role. If you win, you have to enjoy. If you lose, you have to cherish the participation in the moot court competition, and so that you have to take the decision in a sportive manner. You must be very, very sportive. You should not become ridiculous. In the next time, you can do well. That you have to introspect yourself that where have I committed a mistake? Where I was wrong? Why my marks are being given, I have scored less marks, etc. So failure is a step to success. We have seen some lawyers, they have passed constitutional paper for after 10 times. They have become good lawyers. So you have to take these decisions sportively. I congratulate both the teams who have presented the facts, law in a proper manner. So I also congratulate all the participants in all the moot court competitions which have conducted for the last 3 days. I also thank the principal of our Yale Law College and all the faculty members for having organized this moot court competition that to a national level. I always request the lawyer, the principal or the faculty who are in charge of this moot court competition to have a moot court competition of local laws. Local laws, because most of the students are coming from Kannada medium. Take out the case from our district court or the magistrate courts. Prepare the paper on that. Give it to the students and conduct such a moot court competition on local laws. Definitely that will help the students, because this constitutional law is very, very, to some students, it is very difficult to digest the facts of the case first. So if you conduct the moot court competition on local laws or these criminal cases also rather, that definitely is beneficial to the students. I'm fortunate that when I was director of the Judicial Academy, Professor Mallikarjuna was our speaker, resource person, used to speak on interpretation of statutes. And Subramanya sir, with great respect, though I had no opportunity to hear his lectures, but when I was studying law, we used to hear about Professor Subramanya sir. We have to hear the lecture of Subramanya, but I was studying in Belgaum. Professor Subramanya was in Harvard. So we had no opportunity, but such a great personality is here to speak to you. Please hear him, understand his words, so that definitely will help you in your profession, in your future career also. With this, once again, I thank the organizer of this moot court competition. I congratulate all the participants of this moot court competition. So also all the faculty who are responsible in conducting the moot court competition. Thank you for special hearing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our guest of honor, Professor Dr. T.R. Subramanya, to address the gathering.
Honorable Justice Shri Pradeep Singh Yarur, Honorable Justice Shri Ramchandra Hundar, Professor Mallikarjuna, Pritam Surana, organizers of the moot committee, respected learned participants, and dear students of the KLE Law College. Most of the things have been said. But then there is no limit for knowing so many things under the sun. I just intend to bring to you a few of the facts from the life and times of Nani Palkiwala. Nani Palkiwala happened to be one of the finest lawyers this country has produced. You may be knowing when he argued the case, Keshwanand Bharati versus State of Kerala, one fine morning, one of the judges in the Supreme Court said, it is a committee of not 13 judges, but 14. That when 14 of them are hearing the case and trying to find out a way out, and this decision came in. That is the doctrine which is best known to us, all of us. Now, in Nani Palkiwala's life, you will just see very hard life, a very tough life. A student of St. Xavier's, suffering from stammering. And he came out only by speaking because he took the advice of a few people. We have to speak and speak and speak, and then he became the best orator of this country. And he became a member of the Forum of Free Enterprise. The Forum of the Free Enterprise had a secretary who was also a Parsi. And his friend happened to be one M.R. Pai. And this M.R. Pai had taken him one day to speak on the union budget to the Forum of Free Enterprise. As and when the talk got over, the person he is called as A.D. Shroff. A.D. Shroff just puts a question to him. Mr. Fry, where did you find this man? Sir, he is from the Bombay bar. No, you should bring him to the Forum of Free Enterprise very frequently. That is where he started his career as a public speaker. I can just tell you, his address on the budget system started on March 29th, 1958. It was started in the Green Hotel. And from there, it was shifted to the Jahangir Hall because the crowd was too much. When the crowd became uncontrollable from the Jahangir Hall, it was shifted to a hotel near Taj. When it again became uncontrollable, it was shifted to the great hall in Bandra, in Basayan. And from this hall, it had a capacity of 2,500 people, Shanmugananda Hall. From the Shanmugananda Hall, it was shifted to the Brabourne Stadium. From the Brabourne Stadium, it was shifted, remember, it was almost 1978. From 1978 to 1994, everyone, remember, was listening to the speeches. Speeches because there was so much of content in it. There was not one issue. It may be finance, it may be administration, it may be economics. On all these issues, he used to speak and ultimately became a people's man, although he was a brilliant advocate. Now, although he was so popular as a speaker, he was fond of listening to the stories from the Mahabharata. He was fond of listening to stories not only from the Mahabharata and from our ethics like Ramayana. One day he was traveling in a car with the great M.R. Pai, who was the secretary to the Forum of Enterprise at a later stage. At that time, this man was telling him to spend the time of a story from the Mahabharata. I shall just narrate. This story is a story, remember, not from the first part or the second part or from the Battle of Kurukshetra. This is after the Battle of Kurukshetra. After the battle, the Pandavas ruled. Having ruled Hastinapur, they became old. And they decided, unlike the present day generation, that their children should come and rule. And they left everything, all the 6 of them, 5 Pandavas and Draupadi, left for the Himalayas. Having left for the Himalayas first, remember there are several stages when you cross. From Rishikesh, they go to the other areas, then they reach to Kedarnath. From Kedarnath, they were just climbing, seeing that they will be in a position to get moksha. Unfortunately, all of them, one by one, fall dead. And the last man who survived was Yudhishthira only. Along with Yudhishthira, there was a dog which was following him. This dog happened to be a dog which had given him so much of protection throughout his life. As and when they were treading beyond the Kedarnath terrain, and a helicopter, beautiful Pushpaka Viman came in. And this Pushpak landed in front of Yudhishthira. And the air hostesses just opened the door. And when they opened the door, one of them came out and said, "This is a special plane which is being sent by the Lord of Death, Yamaraj. Please get in." Oh, Dharmaraja looked at them, then looked at the dog. And with a melancholic approach, he just said, get into the aeroplane to the dog. So the dog was supposed to get in first. The lady at the aeroplane, as an hostess, she shouted, "No, this aeroplane is meant, this Pushpak is meant only for Dharmaraj, not for the dog." He was stunned. And he started looking at the dog, looking at the woman, and at himself. Here is a dog which has given me company all through all my life. It has protected me several times. And it is with me. If I leave this dog at this juncture and get into the aeroplane for purpose of Swarga or Nirvana, is that worth? Just tell the lady, "You go away, take your aeroplane. I am not interested. I prefer death here than disgrace in entering the aeroplane." At that time, the dog itself transformed into Yamaraj. And it tells, remember, this was the last test which I have administered to you. And in this test, you are 100% success. The very purpose of telling this, remember, you will be getting the best of education. Most of your parents will have made loans. And they will be striving hard. When you complete the education, just because you have an honors degree, just because you have a good tongue, never ever leave them behind. It is a duty of a lawyer. I'm just telling you, that is the reason I just said this story. To take care of everything, everyone in the family. If you live, life is very short. I have seen myself. As a student, I have seen. As a vice chancellor, I have seen. Everything will come to an end, but then if you don't take care of your own kith and kin, what purpose is that? And what kind of a life it is? Now, another instance happened to be an instance about the respect for elders. Nani Palkiwala, whenever he spoke about his parents, always he will be missed, to weep. And he always used to tell them, "These are the people who made me Nani. These are the people who made me known to the people of this country. And if I forget them, destiny will not pardon me." There was an instance where he wanted to renovate his flat. When he wanted to renovate his flat, he got the best to the contractor. And the contractor came to the house. Nani Palkiwala said, "You are given the freedom to renovate the house. What you want to do, you are welcome to do it. I shall pay the money." Having said that, he has taken the contractor to a room, inner room. "Do whatever you want. But then this room is sacrosanct and sacred to me. This room is sacrosanct and sacred to me because it is here my father and mother used to sit and pray the great Lord. And if I touch this, remember, I will be offending their soul. And that is not expected by me as a son to this family." That is the reverence which he had about his parents. Now, what about the other third instance? Happened to be an instance wherein now he always used to respect his friends, his father's friends as his own friends. Palkiwala's father, remember, had several friends. One day when he was sitting in the office, an old man with a jubba, Pairan, goes to the office. Having gone to the office, he just tells him, "I want to see Nani Palkiwala." The receptionist just said, "The Tatas, the Rusis, the Birlas, and the Modis are not able to get appointment for 6 months. How you can get?" Such multinationals are kept out for 6 months. Not even in 6 months they get one appointment. How you can go there? Then he just writes his name in a slip. And he said, he may be busy today. Tomorrow morning I will come. But give the chit when I come tomorrow morning. The next day morning at 10 o'clock, this old man just goes to the office. Because of the pressure, because the concerned person was not sure of himself, whether Palkiwala would abuse him. Having gone and gave the chit, and when the chit was given, Palkiwala left everything and came running and hugged him. And afterwards, he took him inside the house, spoke to him. After speaking to him for half an hour, then he asked any problem. Problem was very simple because he was not in a position to file his IT returns. And he just wanted Nani Palkiwala to do the job. Then Palkiwala did it immediately. And thereafter comes and tells, remember, take this person to his house and drop him and come back. This was the job that was given to the receptionist. Now, at that time, the receptionist put a question. What is the equation between you and Nani Palkiwala? He just tells, his father and myself were friends. And the friendship continues even today. When it was revealed to, remember, he became a man, a human being, try to respect us and respect everybody. This is what you are supposed to cultivate. And later, afterwards, one more instance I will give you, one or two instances. Nani Palkiwala, remember, was invited by the Manipal Academy in Udupi. And the function went on. Next day, there appeared an article with a person's photo. And this person, remember, happened to be an old man. And in the photo, Nani Palkiwala was hugging this old man. And the paper had put the comment like this. This old man from Udupi was a cook in Nani Palkiwala's house. Having worked for almost 50 or more years, he became old. When he became old, he was given pension and he was told by Nani Palkiwala, go back home, don't work now. This is not the time to work. This is the time to retire and relax. And pension amount was given to him till his death. That was the approach to the servants. You become a famous lawyer. Honorable Justice was telling us now how at the global level lawyers are today, which I will tell you, just touch it at a little later stage. Now, one more last instance happened to be an instance which is from again Nani Palkiwala. He was on a lecture tour in Vidarbha. When he was on a lecture tour in Vidarbha, remember, he was supposed to go to some place there. One old man running a bus company had written a letter to Nani Palkiwala. If you come to Vidarbha region, come what may, please come and see us. Without seeing us, please don't go. His lectures in the Vidarbha region, there were many, not one or two, three, four of them, he completed. Then he tells M.R. Pai, Mr. Pai, please take me to this man. He's an old man today. I don't want to displace. The old man, along with his children, along with his grandchildren, who was present, and he had called a meeting. And he introduced Nani Palkiwala. And when he introduced Nani Palkiwala, he just said, when we did not have anything, when I was running a bus company, it was about to be finished and closed and liquidated. And at this time, Nani Palkiwala, when he was young, took up my case and fought the case and won the case. And since he won the case, you are eating 2 meals a day today. Nani Palkiwala was taken aback. He wept unto himself. He said, whether gratitude of a person can go this far? That was the question which was asking to M.R. Pai. What is this gratitude? Will there are people who have a gratitude of this type? Because of him, we are eating 2 times meals in a day. No, he was taken aback. That is why people of this country are sentimental, we say. I remember when I was working in Bahrain, my director used to say, no, people of your country are sentimental. Sentimental to such an extent, if they like, they will do anything. And there is no limit and no limit for it. Now, another important thing which I just intend to highlight about the profession. There is a PhD thesis which came to me from Nalsar recently. And this PhD thesis happened to be on, that is, professional legal practice and an assessment under the WTO, World Trade Organization. I will just give you 2 or 3 sentences, not more than that, because time is running out. Now, in this thesis, what the person has assessed is, in 2002, law firms were able to earn $2 billion and trade $2 billion in the state of the United States. This is in 2002. In 2003, it was 3 billion. And in 2004, it was 5 billion. And in 2007, it became $11 billion. That virtually speaks about the money that is being involved in the legal trade, professional trade. When they hire people with the competence, when they hire people with the integrity and talent, naturally, you should be skilled. If you are not skilled, remember, you will be left where you were. A lot of things have been said in that. Now, this is one of the things. Now, one of the other important elements happened to be, I had a minister when I was working in Bahrain. And this minister happened to be a PhD from the University of Cambridge. And he had worked under Professor Jennings. Professor Jennings later became a judge of the International Court of Justice. And later he retired as a president of the World Court. And he was a member of the law minister for 27 years in the state of Bahrain. And he was telling about the niceties of the business that is being involved in international legal profession. Because I'm speaking through the authorities, not through anybody else, since I was serving with them for 6, 7, or 8 years. And he always used to say, if you have the talent and if you have the approachability, you are second to none. And you are a jack of all trades. Now, for instance, take the Supreme Court of India itself. In the Supreme Court of India itself, judges may not tell you because they are not supposed to. There are at least 25 lawyers. Remember, for one appearance, they charge more than 15 lakhs, 15 lakhs. This is a fact which is known to everyone. And if you establish yourself in the profession, remember where you land. The very purpose of saying this, if you may establish, and if you establish, think of those 4 or 5 things which I have said by Nani Kalkiwala. I don't wish to elaborate. I would only think there was a great, what we call as advertising agency. And this advertising agency is called as Stachi and Stachi. You must have heard of it. Now, Stachi and Stachi, they have a motto. The motto is very simple. It is good to be big, but better to be good, and best to be both. That is the motto. And every one of us should cultivate this. And if you cultivate this, remember, you will be one of the best professionals in the legal field. The other thing is, there was a person by name Rocco. He's an Italian. He established what we call as the outlet, milk bar in the state of England. Having established the milk outlet, remember, he became a pioneer in the state of United States in establishing certain outlets, and he became one of the billionaires. When he became a billionaire, he published a book. When he published a book, remember, his son criticized the father. The son criticized him for simply saying, "No, these are not good for the country. This is not going to be accepted and valued by anybody." Now, the father retorted and said in a statement, "From 5,000 years ago, we have found certain values. And 5,000 years after, these values remain intact. They are not changed. If they have remained intact for 5,000 years, they will remain intact in the years to come till the end of posterity. You may ask me, what are these eternal values? Truth, innocence, caring for others. All these certain principles, cleanliness, they were there then, and they will be there now, and they will be there in future. And this is the advice which was given to by a father to his son. Now, Henry Kissinger once was put a question. What exactly is the role of a teacher? Not teaching law. He was a professor of political science at Harvard. Then he became a diplomat. He simply said, the answer is very simple. It is the duty of a teacher to take the students from where they are now to the place where they have not seen. That is the role of a teacher. I think it's enough. All of them, you have done very well, and we have full appreciation. Here and there might be some mistakes. It is but natural to happen as students. But then one caution, always stick to the point and never try to deviate from the point when you speak as motors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, it is the moment we were all waiting for, the announcement of the winners of the 5th Surana and Surana and KLE Law College National Constitutional Law Moot Court Competition 2022-23. I request Mr. Preetham Surana, Head of Academic Initiatives at Surana and Surana International Attorneys, to announce the winners of the competition and also announce the winners of other awards.
Thank you, Diksha. Chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Pradeep Singh Yeager, Judge High Court of Karnataka. Guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Ramchandra Devudar, Judge High Court of Karnataka. Guest of honor, Professor Dr. T.R. Subramania, Dean School of Legal Studies, CMR University. President Dr. J.M. Mallikarjunaya, Principal KLE Law College. Organizing committee members, Dr. Anita, Vice Principal, and faculty members, Dr. Manoj Kumar, Ms. Rashmi, and Mr. Kavi Shankar. Other faculty members, staff of KLE Law College, members of the Moot Court Committee, volunteers, and students of KLE Law College, and my dear participants, my humble greetings and compliments to you all. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of the 5th Surana and Surana and KLE Law College National Constitution Law Moot Court Competition. We have heard so much from the previous speakers, and we have really been enlightened and learned and picked up quite a few things through the experience, esteemed speakers. Before I announce the results, I will just keep a very short address. Nurturing academic excellence at our law firm has been an integral part, and during the last 2.5 decades, our firm has been organizing moot court competitions in association with top law schools and universities, which has yielded a very satisfying experience since it has helped improve research, writing, and argument skills of the participating students, besides sensitizing students in unsettled areas of law. We then, because of the overwhelming response, branch out to essay competitions in major areas of law and social sciences, and further with judgment writing competitions and arbitral award competitions. The idea was to have a clinical approach to the issues at hand with an analytical mind and acquire the clarity to sum up the issues with a sense of just balance. In short, a comprehensive platform was created for the students to develop into a full-fledged profession. These competitions would not have been possible. We have completed 25 years, and that was an opportunity last year, a great opportunity for us to convey our sincere gratitude to our Moot Court Advisory Board, which at various points have had distinguished members of the bar and academia, numbering to about 50 of them over the years, our partner institution. We thank the members, the esteemed members of both the bar, the bench, the scholars, the academia, who have been guiding and supporting us in our endeavor to provide students of law an opportunity to participate in the development of jurisprudence. During the celebrations in Delhi last March to commemorate 25 years of the Moot Court project, which has now become the world's single largest Moot Court program, where a galaxy of leaders from the bar, the bench, and academia came together to deliberate on important aspects of legal education in the present and future. I would just broadly mention the 4 points which were discussed and leave it as a food for thought today, since we are short of time and I would not like to elaborate on them. The following 4 points arose: simplification of language and use of anecdotes for effective oral and written advocacy. Second, a mindset of conflict management and resolution required. That is to present legally and practically acceptable solutions. The third point which was discussed was to promote the use of technology in law practice and adjudication. Last but not the least, the trust on policy advocacy for greater awareness, original thinking, and leadership development. I would now, as I said, move on to announce the results, because we do not have much time to elaborate on those 4 points, or at least 1 or 2. And I'm sure students are waiting for the results to be announced. I would request you to just give me a moment. We will start with the 4th best memorial, which goes to team code CNL1 from the Himachal Pradesh National Law University, Shimla, consisting of Akshita Kothari, Harshali Srivastav, and Rajvansh Rastogi. Congratulations to the team. The next is the 4th best memorial is shared by 2 teams. One was CNL1, which I just announced, and the other is CNL23, that is the Symbiosis Law School of Hyderabad, which consists of Anupam, Achintya Anupam, Arushi De, and Anmol Gupta. Congratulations to both the teams for the 4th best memorial. The third best memorial goes to Divya Karda, Siddhika Tiwari, and Daisy Jain of the Institute of Law, Nirma University, with team code CNL6. The third best memorial is again shared between CNL6 and CNL30, which is the Maharashtra National Law University, Aurangabad, consisting of Aishwarya Nitin Patil, Shreya Ramesh Bokeh, and Anubam Haldar. So congratulations to both CNL6 and 30 from Institute of Law, Nirma University, and the Maharashtra National Law University, Aurangabad. Next is the team placed fourth. The team placed fourth is Akshita Kothari, Harshali Srivastav, and Rajvanshi Rastogi from the Himachal Pradesh National Law University, Shimla, with team code CNL1. Congratulations to the team. The team placed third is team code CNL22, consisting of Naz Bagga, Manya, Sahil Gupta from the University Institute of Legal Studies, Punjab University. Congratulations to the team. Is the team here? Is team code CNL22 here? Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Naz.
Very good afternoon, Naz. Would you like to share something?
Firstly, thank you so much, sir. And I would just like to say that this was a great experience for all of us, and we learned a lot in the competition. And the judges were great, and the organization was up to the point. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you and your team members for your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
We will now go to the individual category of the best student advocates. I would like to clarify that the best student advocate category is from the preliminary rounds only. The best student advocate round announcements are based on the preliminary round results, and the fourth best student advocate goes to Tulesh Balaji of Shastra Deemed University, team code CNL4. In the same breath, I will announce the third best student advocate, which is Tulesh's teammate, Rabi Anand, again from team code CNL4, Shastra Deemed University. Both of them have won the fourth and third respectively, the best student advocates. Congratulations to both of you. The second best student advocate goes to the School of Legal Studies, QSAT. The team member is Siva P. Babu from team code CNL18. Shiva, congratulations. Are you there?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Would you like to share something?
It was a great honor, sir, for participating in the 5th Surana National Moot Court competition. And so it's my first external moot. So I'm very glad to receive this award. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And the organization committee too, for having taking us as a team. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
All the best. I would request members who have been wanting to share a word or so to switch on the cameras so that all the participants, the organizers, judges are all able to see you and interact with you, and you have a moment of recognition in front of your community. Okay, now we move on to further. We just announced the second best student advocate, and now for the big prize, the best student advocate. This goes to Shrishti Pandey of National Law University, Jodhpur, team code CNL 27. Congratulations, Shrishti from the National Law University, Jodhpur. Are you there, Shrishti?
Yes,
would you like to
sir.
share something?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the honor, sir. And it was a great experience participating in this moot and being able to argue in front of such learned judges. And I learned a lot throughout the preliminary rounds and the octa finals, quarterfinals. We had different judges all the time, and they gave us very constructive feedbacks. Thank you so much.
And you reached the finals as well.
Yes, sir. We're waiting for that as well.
And I think we all got to learn a lot from the judges here who are also part of the valedictory.
Definitely.
Just give me a moment. And now we go to the second best memorial. The second best memorial goes to Shrishti's team, that is the CNL 27 National Law University, Jodhpur, who have participated in the finals. Shrishti Pandey, Pavna Jain, and Mudit Mangalam Pandey. Congratulations to you for getting the second best memorial.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good. Now the best memorial. The best memorial goes to Naz Bagga, Manya and Sahil Gupta of University Institute of Legal Studies, Punjab University with team code CNL 22. Team, you have won the best memorial. Would you like to say something? I think they're not there. Anyways, we will now go for the big announcement. I'm sure we are all waiting for that. The competition between team code 27 and 35. And the big winner taking home a cash prize of 20,000 is Shashank Shekhar, Shikha Singh, and Saurabh Rajput from the Campus Law Center, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi, team code CNL 35. Congratulations to the team. Your big moment here, would you like to share as a team something?
Thank you so much, sir. Sujan, would you start with something?
So, sir, thank you for organizing such a prestigious moot court competition on our favorite subject, constitutional law. It is always a delight to argue upon constitutional law. Even we had this was our second moot court competition. Our first was also on constitutional law, and this was second in line. And it was a delight to argue. And we would like to thank our teacher, Assistant Professor Anumeha Mishra ma'am. Coincidentally, she was also the leading consultant in the 276 Law Commission report. So before doing the research work, we had a word with her. So her advices were very helpful.
Absolutely, sir. So it was a great pleasure to be here. And in each round, we were learning something. That was the best part. Even in finals, the opponents, it wasn't an easy task. Team 27 they really gave us a tough competition indeed. The speakers as well as the work of the researcher. So, sir, thanks for giving us the platform and having us here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure as well. And this is one profession where you will learn every day, every single day. Okay, now the runner-up team goes home with a cash prize of 10,000. Shrishti Pandey, Pavna Jain, and Mudit from the National Law University, Jodhpur, with team code CNL 27. Congratulations, team. Would you want to share something? You've also won the second best memorial and a best student advocate. So 3 prizes you're taking home.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We all of us would like to extend our grateful thanks. And this was our first moot. So yeah, it was a learning experience for us. And in each round, we got a really tough competition, including the finals. So the petitioner side, they gave us a tough fight, and it was a pleasure arguing before this court.
Wonderful. That is for the esteemed bench present here. And now for the big individual prize, the best speaker of finals. The best speaker of finals is from the Campus Law Center, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi, Shikha Singh. Congratulations, Shikha. Your moment. Would you want to say something?
Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. So it was a very tough competition. Honestly, we weren't expecting that, and we did give our best, but we were expecting the opponent's team as well to actually back this particular position. But so it feels great for the same, sir. I don't know, sir. It's the moment when you are filled with so much emotions and you actually don't know from where to start.
True, I can understand your status at the moment. Okay, I have one more announcement before I wind up, and that is called the Spirit of Surana Award. This award lays down higher standards and ideals in mooting. And that is why this award has come. This is given to a team who displays or exhibits excellence of intellect in argumentation, participates in a spirited and healthy competition, participates with other teams with goodwill and harmony, and last, displays team solidarity. And this goes to CNL 22, University Institute of Legal Studies, Punjab University, Naz Bagga, Manya, and Sahil Gupta. Congratulations for winning the Spirit of Surana Award. I would like to convey here that the Spirit of Surana Award is when it is on campus mode, when the competition on campus mode, this is done through votes by the participants themselves. Since it's in an online version, it is the organizing committee, the student committee at the host law school, which propagates and votes for the team. So that is the end of the results. Congratulations and best of luck to all of you for all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Preetham sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my hearty congratulations to all the winners of the competition. Now, I request Dr. J. Mallikarjunaiah, Principal of KLE Law College, to deliver the presidential remarks.
Honorable Mr. Justice Pradeep Singh Yarur, Mr. Justice R.D. Uddar sir, our beloved Professor T.R. Subramanya sir, my dear colleagues, my dear students, participants, Mr. Preetham Surana. I am sensible enough of the fact that no intellectual feast can ever satisfy the thirst of empty stomach. I'm equally sensible enough of the demand of the protocol, being the president of the program. Thus, I would venture to take about 3 minutes only. At the outset, my heartiest congratulations to my team of organizing team headed by Madam Rashmi, Kavishankar, Ayushja, and a lot of my student volunteers. Congratulations to all the participants of this fifth edition of Surana and KLE Constitutional Law Moot Court Competition. Congratulations, winner. Congratulations, runner. More importantly, congratulations to all the participants. As the right thought was brought home, winners are those who never, they are not who never fail, but they are the ones who never quit. You have stood up to the idea. I am quite aware of that. I was that judge, that one judge, who witnessed the performance of all participants by shuttling between the courtrooms from preliminary rounds till the semi-final rounds and sitting through the final round completely. Hence, I am aware of the performance of almost all of you, though I did not get a chance to judge you. About the performance, like Pritam Surana, I have just 4 observations to make. Since you are all the budding advocates, my 4 observations are: stop making general observations, try to be specific, and no sweeping statements would help in law, because as you know, law is evolving and law always admits of exception. Any position of law that you state it with a sense that law admits some exceptions and try to explain if necessary. And the other 2 being, it sounded to me like the mooters at times were not concerned much about quoting the authorities, were concerned much about their own analysis. We have got to bring the wisdom through the authorities. We are not there to exhibit the wisdom of our own before the judges. Judges may not appreciate. And the last one being court demeanor. Court demeanor is what I believe all teams had to understand and take it to the next level. However, the language abilities, articulation, the research that you have done was really appreciable, and my congratulations to you for that. And without taking much of your time, I should only say I would subscribe to all the suggestions and advices that have come from other speakers. And only one thing I would like to reiterate for paucity of time, otherwise I had the idea to speak a couple more. That one thing I would like to reiterate is the purpose of conducting Surana and KLE Law College Moot Court would be more meaningfully accomplished if we can influence, if we had influenced all the mooters to take up legal profession and fill the gap in bar and bench. You're all needed in the bar and bench. Do take up legal profession. And there is another reason why I give this call. That is, it is possible in legal profession, according to me, to start growing the roses for December. Not only that, you'll earn your money, you'll earn your bread, butter, and a lot of wealth. Along with it, it is this profession which helps you to grow roses for December and make your last days of life more and more meaningful. I think with this, once again, I thank you all and wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This marks the end of the valedictory ceremony of the 5th Surana and KLE Law College National Constitutional Law Moot Court Competition. Therefore, I invite Mr. Kavi Shankar, Faculty Convener of the Moot Court Committee, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Diksha. My principal has already set the deadline in which it has to be wound up. It will not take much time. Good afternoon, dear distinguished guests, participants, and students. It is an honor to be delivering the vote of thanks at the culmination of the 5th Surana and KLE Law College National Constitutional Law Moot Court Competition 2022-23. On behalf of the organizers, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all of you for your enthusiastic participation in this year's Moot Court competition. Your hard work and dedication have made this event a resounding success. I would like to extend a special thanks to the eminent panel of judges for the finals. Honorable Mr. Justice Pradeep Singh Yarur, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. Thank you, Your Lordship. I request Principal Sir to present a memento to His Lordship as a token of our respect and gratitude. Honorable Mr. Justice Ramachandra D. Huddar, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. Thank you, Your Lordship. I request Principal Sir to present a memento to His Lordship as a token of our respect. Professor Dr. T.R. Subramanya, Dean, School of Legal Studies, CMR University, Bengaluru. Thank you, sir. I request Principal Sir to present a memento to Sir as a token of our respect. Thank you, sir. I convey our heartfelt thanks to all the distinguished retired judges, advocates, partners, and academicians who participated as judges in other rounds of the competition for taking the time to provide valuable feedback and guidance to our participants. I thank our beloved principal, Dr. J. M. Mallikarjunaiah, for his constant support and encouragement to the Moot Court Committee, which indeed is the vital wind underneath our wings. We thank you, sir. I thank Dr. Anita MJ, Vice Principal, KLE Law College, for her support and guidance. I must express our appreciation to our partners and co-hosts, Surana and Surana International Attorneys, a leading law firm whose academic initiatives division has pioneered moot court competitions in the country for more than 25 years now. In that regard, I express my gratitude to Mr. Preetham Surana, Head Administration and Head Academic Initiatives, for his generous support and motivation. I also thank Ms. Deepa Rajagopal, Deputy Manager, Corporate Communications and Academic Initiatives, and also our point of contact at Surana and Surana International Attorneys, for her constant support and enthusiasm. I thank Dr. Manoj Kumar V. Hiremat, IQAC Coordinator, and Ms. Rashmi R., Assistant Professors, for their constant supports, tireless efforts, and seamless coordination throughout the event. I must thank Mr. Ayush Jha, former Assistant Professor of Law, KLELC, for drafting the deservedly praised moot court proposition. I thank Mr. Tanmay Patil, Assistant Professor, Mr. Uday and Mr. Madhu for constant technical support in running this event in a seamless manner. I must thank all the teaching staff, non-teaching staff for their active participation and unending support to ensure the successful conduct of the event. A thankful mention of the Moot Court Committee is pertinent in view for their tireless efforts over the past month to make this event possible. I thank Mr. Ashwin Menon, Member Moot Court Committee, Assistant Professor of Law. I thank Manaswi Kumar, Student Convener of MCC. I thank Diksha Pirwani, Arushi Srivastav, Aditi S. Govind, and Jayant Himachala, core members of MCC, and I thank Anvita, Dev, Pratik, Vaishnavi, Nilesh, and Gargi for being a part and parcel of this entire organization. I thank other volunteering students for their enthusiastic participation in ensuring the event ran smoothly and in an orderly fashion. Finally, I would like to congratulate all the winners on behalf of the organizing committee and my institute, KLE Law College, and as well as the participants for their exceptional performances and for upholding the spirit of fair competition. Once again, thank you all for making this year's Moot Court competition a truly memorable and successful event. We look forward to seeing you again and host you again in the future. Thank you.